In this presentation, I am going to present a 640 Gbps hybrid PDM-MDM OFDM system for high-speed free space optics communication. Here PDM stands for polarization division multiplexing, MDM stands for mode division multiplexing, and OFDM is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. So these are the outlines of this presentation. Starting with the introduction to the present communication scenario and available techniques for increasing the data rate. After that, I will present our simulation results considering various performance matrices used for the evaluation of the design. Next, we will compare our obtained results with few contemporary literatures. Then we will make a conclusion considering the obtained results. Let us start with the introduction. The demand for high data rate and cost-efficient communication is growing exponentially due to various bandwidth-hungry applications such as high-definition television distribution, network games, online multimedia services, 3G, 4G cellular services, etc. To support these ever-increasing demands, the service providers are driven to develop their network infrastructures and go towards optical fiber and free space optics links for the backbone support of the existing network infrastructure. Among the various available techniques, the most widely used multiplexing techniques are mode division multiplexing, polarization division multiplexing, and wavelength division multiplexing. In mode division multiplexing, independent communication channels use various modes which retains its spatial characteristics along the communication path. PDM uses orthogonal polarizations to carry parallel data streams using a single wavelength. MDM and PDM uses single optical carrier. On the other hand, WDM uses multiple carrier wavelengths to carry parallel data streams. Therefore, MDM and PDM are often preferred over WDM for cost-efficient single carrier and low power consumption scenario. Similarly, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing supports higher data rate by implementing multiple low data rate subcarriers and possess higher tolerance to dispersion and intersymbol interference. So in this paper, we have proposed a hybrid PDM, MDM and OFDM schemes using two Hermite Gaussian modes, two orthogonal polarizations and 128 subcarrier coherent optical orthogonal frequency division multiplexing technique. The system performance has been analyzed in terms of system data rate, FSO link range, OSNR requirement and receiver sensitivity. In this figure, we have shown our proposed design schematic. It consists of three sections as we can see here. One is the center station, then this one is the free space optics channel, and here we have the user terminal. At the center station, the light wave emitted from the continuous wave laser is split and transverse mode profiles are assigned via this multimode generator 1 and multimode generator 2 respectively. Here we have used HG00 and here we have used HG01 modes. In this WaveDM modulation block, the input sequence undergoes serial to parallel conversion, IFFT, that is inverse fast Fourier transform, addition of cyclic prefix, parallel to serial conversion, digital to analog conversion and filtering. 10 training symbols are used for the channel estimation and 6 pilot symbols are used for the carrier phase estimation. The in-phase and the quadrature phase analog electrical signals modulate the respective in-phase and quadrature branches inside the DP16 QAM modulator. The two modulator optical carriers are multiplexed and they are transmitted over the FSO channel. A standard gamma-gamma distribution is used for the atmospheric fading and low atmospheric scintillation is considered. The spatial demultiplexer separates the two spatial modes from the received signal and they are provided to this upper and lower dual polarization coherent receiver. This WaveDM demodulation component performs various important operations such as analog to digital conversion, dispersion compensation using digital filtering, removal of cyclic prefix, channel estimation, carrier phase estimation, and recovers the received signal into digital MRI signal for both the polarization. Then we have this decision and decoding unit and here we'll have the output bit sequences. Now let us come to our simulation results. The system is set up in OptiSystem version 16 simulation platform. In figure A, we can see overlapped constellation points and the transmitted symbols are indistinguishable. 10 training symbols are used to construct the channel transfer function that compensates for chromatic dispersion, polarization mode dispersion and polarization dependent loss. Here in this figure we can see rotating constellation points after channel estimation. This is due to the nonlinear phase drift over time during propagation. In the third figure we can see a clear constellation point. The phase drift over time is assumed to be constant over a symbol period and the channel transfer function is modified using the received pilot symbols, and a clear constellation is observed here at this point after carrier phase estimation. So figure 3a shows the log of BER and error vector magnitude of the system at various transmission distances. The performance degradation with increasing transmission distances are caused by atmospheric scattering loss, mispointing loss, scintillation, beam divergence, transmitting and receiving telescope losses, etc. An acceptable BER, that is the forward error correction limit, of 2 into 10 to the minus 3 is observed for free space optic link range of 2.2 km or lower. Now in this figure we can see log of BER versus OSNR curve. Optical signal to noise ratio performance of a system suggests the degree of signal impairments, and it is used to quantify the noise interference on optical signals within a bandwidth of 0.1 nanometer. A white light source with a bandwidth equal to 5 times the sample rate is used to define noise floor to the signal. It is observed from figure 3b that higher OSNR values produce fewer errors, and our proposed 640 Gbps system shows a OSNR tolerance of 44 dB. Here we can see this is 44 dB here. That means after this 44 dB of OSNR values, we will have an acceptable BER. In figure C, we have the log of BER versus receiver sensitivity graph. The receiver sensitivity is measured in terms of lowest received optical power to attain certain BER value. This figure shows a decrease in BER with higher received optical power due to fewer errors while decoding. The system possesses a receiver sensitivity of minus 11.8 dBm. Here we can see this red line you have to see here. Here we have minus 11.8 dBm. That is, for greater powers than minus 11.8 dBm, the system produces an acceptable BER. Now comparing with the back-to-back cases, here we can see with the blue lines it shows the back-to-back system performances. So comparing this after transmission with the back-to-back cases, this OSNR penalty observed is 9 dB, and similarly for the receiver sensitivity penalty is 2.2 dB after 2.2 km FSO transmission. Here we have the performance comparison. Table 1 shows that our proposed system possesses a higher figure of merit, that is bitrate into length product, than the other articles from literature. The reason behind this enhanced performance are hybrid PDM MDM OFDM system, training and pilot symbol assisted channel estimation, and carrier phase estimation. Finally, we come to the conclusion of this presentation. We have obtained 4 times system data rate using 2 transverse modes and 2 orthogonal polarization. Training symbol assisted channel estimation and pilot carrier assisted carrier phase estimation helps to compensate for signal impairments and recover the transmitted symbols. The maximum data rate obtained is 640 Gbps, that is 2 into 320 Gbps, and the maximum FSO range is 2.2 km considering terrestrial point-to-point communication link. The obtained receiver sensitivity is minus 11.8 dBm, and OSNR requirement is greater than equal to 44 dB. We gratefully acknowledge the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, for providing the necessary infrastructure and supporting this work. These are the references.